Thank you. Now, work is underway to build Britain's first museum dedicated to telling the story of the English Civil War. Thousands of artefacts, some previously unseen by the public, will go on display in Newark in a flashpoint in the war between the Roundheads and Cavaliers.
Yes, Wesley Smith was given rare access to it and to the secret location where many of the exhibits are now stored.
Reenacting the English Civil War. This is as close as we can get to experience what it was like to be at the centre of the battle. The East Midlands was the prime battleground for the Cavaliers, or Royalists, supporting Charles I, and the parliamentarians, known as Roundheads, whose victory saw England become a republic known as the Commonwealth of England. Soon we'll have a new insight into these turbulent times, thanks to the new National Civil War Centre, now under construction in Newark.
Newark has got it's got the Civil War history. It survived through 3 sieges. Charles I actually came and surrendered outside here. That's why, Newark will have a tremendous collection within the museum, but it's got the collection of buildings and spaces actually in the town, which make it more than just a museum to visit.
The Georgian part of the building was a museum in a previous life, as well as a school. Some of the wallpaper from its 1912 restoration has been uncovered. This artist's impression gives a flavour of what's ahead for visitors to this space.
And I know you're looking at this, and this arch, it does look like a very large fireplace, but actually if we step up to it, this was the lectern. This is where the teacher would have stood. So if you stand just there, you can imagine you're teaching and all of the pupils and all the desks would actually be pointing towards you.
So you get a good view of all the bad boys.
Yeah, there's no place to hide in here. And what we're going to be doing in here is, this is going to be the dressing up area. Right. So we'll have the Civil War gallery in here, and this is where we'll be able to feel some weapons, feel the weight of it, feel the weight of the armour and the helmets, and also the clothes that you would have been wearing in the 1600s.
The artefacts which tell the story of the English Civil War are housed at this secret location. Wow, quite a weight. And this goes back to the Civil War?
It does, that's a 17th century blade, yes.
Kind of thing that would have been used by the King?
It's of a status to be used by the King, yes, or Cromwell, yeah.
There are 70,000 items from down the ages here, and many of those from the Civil War years will have their first public display at the new museum.
This book here is very much your how to fight a war in the 17th century. It's an incredibly rare book.
It's like a guide.
It is a guidebook. It's a guidebook on how to construct defences, but also how to take defences.
The museum aims to tell the story not just of the great and the good, but the real people whose lives were touched by the Civil War. Once complete, 60,000 people a year are expected to visit and experience for themselves a momentous period in English history as never before. Wesley Smith, ITV News, Newark.
Thanks, Wesley.